Welcome to the ELPod, Etobicoke Lakeshore podcast. It is the brainchild of a guy I know who I really think has had a lot of time outdoors this summer. His name is Roger Tuminieri, the publisher of Etobicoke Lakeshore Press, and there he is right now. How are you, bud?
I'm great. Mike, it's good to see you, man. It's been a little while. We took a bit of time off, over the summer so far.
You know, it's so funny. How long do you think it's been?
It feels like a month.
It hasn't been. It's been 3 weeks, but boy, it feels like a couple of months since we did a show together.
It does.
It's remarkable to me that the time this summer seems well spent, and I can tell by looking at you here on Zoom as you're truck casting. You spend a lot of time outdoors and you're enjoying things. Give us an update.
I do. Yeah, we're pretty much an outdoor family. We tend not to spend a heck of a lot of time indoors.
Yeah.
We don't melt in the rain, so even when it's not so nice, we're still outside.
That's a good way to live.
Yeah, the summer's been great. The boys have been healthy and happy and very busy. So yeah, Jessica and I are having a great summer.
No, I'm glad to hear that. You know, it's so nice and it's encouraging to me as I walk around South Etobicoke now. Things are starting to come back to life. People are out there. There's a lot of masks. People are adhering to laws and rules to protect one another, but they're out there.
I would say the same thing. I was down there yesterday visiting some customers. I went into TJ O'Shea's to talk to Colby and Megan. And people had masks on, which I think is just a respectful thing to do. But I feel there's a bit more hope in the air. I think as we shift into phase 3 and things are slowly going back to whatever normal is, that people, I think certainly business owners are hopeful of things improving at the retail front.
Yeah, I would think so. And I think that, frankly, customers want to get back. I'm a customer. I don't have a retail place. I just want to get back to retail because I know it makes a difference to our community and to our economy. So like everybody, I'm keen to get back there. Strap on a mask. If you know some businesses in the area that are pivoting, getting back to it, let's get out there and support them.
Agreed.
Now, listen, speaking of support them,
yes,
I'm going to have to reach out for some support because I may quickly become addicted to our new show sponsor.
All right.
And what they have to offer. Because if you're like me, especially this summer with some of the heat, I think I'm surviving solely on ice cream this year.
Oh, buddy. Absolutely. We're keeping the dairy farmers in business.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, between you and I, we should maybe get a membership someplace. But as we talk about getting engaged...
A gym membership? We're going to need a gym membership after this. Not that ice cream makes you fat. I hear ice cream is like 100% healthy. It's the best thing you can put in your body.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with it because that's
I read that somewhere.
That's what I tell my brain every time I'm overdoing it. But as a barometer in the community and frankly, just somebody who touches on our ice cream fascination, I'm delighted that we have Mark from Ed's Real Scoop in today to join us because I think we're going to get a feel for how things are going on the retail side of things, especially from somebody who's got a real summer focus, and that is sort of the height of their year. Mark joins us now. Thanks for coming in, man.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Are you keeping well?
I'm keeping well, yeah.
Yeah.
In this weird summer, I'm keeping well.
It is a weird summer. I mean, in a summer that's sweltering hot a lot of the time, all of July seemed to just melt all of us. You had to get back into business around that time. Tell us what's been going on through COVID, how you pivoted, and how you guys are coping.
Well, it's been interesting, honestly. I think everybody's had their own weird journey through this COVID thing, especially the business owners. When you're small like me, it's just a shop or maybe a couple shops. You have to get really creative. And you have to decide, once again, what you can actually offer customers. It may not be what you used to do. Yeah. It might be something entirely new, but it's got to be different, that's for sure.
And how have you had to make a pivot? I would imagine that there's some stringent regulations like all restaurants and retail that you're going through. What are those like?
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself lucky because I'm already in a position where my food is takeout. You know, you come in, you get an ice cream cone, you leave. You don't usually stick around the place, nor would you want to really. So I've taken a lot of, I've benefited from that a lot because a lot of people will just come in, pick a flavor. It's really simple. I've simplified everything. I've only got 1 or 2 cases, maybe 20 flavors or so. no tasters, unfortunately.
Right.
As you can imagine.
Yeah, that makes
Now's
sense.
not the time for
Yeah.
little saliva sticks, but
No.
it's been okay. Honestly, I've had to make a few changes, but for the most part, I get to keep what I'm doing more or less the same way, you know, scooping cups, scooping cones, scooping pints for people. It's mostly just about getting them what they want. Ice cream is great because it's recession proof, right? People want it, whether there's Corona outside, whether it's, like you said, a really hot, nice summer day, you just want it.
Yeah.
So I've been really lucky because it's just a matter of figuring out how to get it to people.
Right.
And whether it's picking up, you know, at the curb, I've been doing that sort of thing, making cakes for people and delivering them, or even just having them come by the store and I, you know, scoop a cup at the door. They come in really quickly. I scoop a cup, a cone, something like that. It's been okay. I haven't had to change too much about what I do. You know, it's mostly just playing the game along with everyone else.
Yeah.
Mask, cleaning,
Well, it makes
all
sense.
kinds of stuff like that.
I mean, you saw, even in the studio, you saw I had to do a wipe down.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's got a new process that I think probably is temporary that we have to go through. So now we're all getting back out into the street, as I said earlier.
Yeah,
We're all
for
starting
sure.
to enjoy our summer. How's it feeling around Ed's Real Scoop?
It's still pretty good. You know, it's not the foot traffic that there used to be. And you can see on Lakeshore, just walking down the street, it's not quite the same vibe that it used to be. People are a little distant, literally and, you know, figuratively. But the heat has helped, honestly. This weird sort of heat wave after heat wave kind of summer, that the way it feels, it's been good for my business, that's for sure.
I'm glad to hear that.
The vibe is still happy in a way, you know. I mean, it's for the most part, it's still like I said, people want ice cream, they want to feel happy, and luckily I get to do that. I get to wake up and I get to do that as my job. So
It is true, actually. You get to be the guy everybody likes.
It's true.
You're the opposite of the dentist.
Yeah, I am exactly. You know,
Well,
in many ways, yeah, I'm the opposite of the
Yes.
dentist.
ice cream is it's just a really powerful word. It's a word that you have to be careful saying in front of young children because you create this mob of kids who want to just go to the ice cream store. So I would imagine now with, you know, parents being at home with their kids for a number of months, more than usual, they're just looking for ways to keep these kids happy
Yeah.
and quiet and, you know, stick an ice cream cone in front of their face. I think that checks both of those boxes.
Do you actually have a flavor called Shut Up?
It's all of them. Yeah, it's all of them.
Well, you might want. Yeah, they all qualify. But you're right. It is a treat that you know, even as recently as last summer, probably didn't have the same patina on it that is so. Now we're like, oh, I'm going out. I'm gonna hit the street. I'm gonna grab ice cream. This is gonna be a celebration now.
Yeah, you know, I'm lucky to be that guy who's the one who gets to give you a treat and gives you somewhere to go. That's a little bit of a stress reliever. I mean, I used to joke all the time that, oh man, it's so much better than working at the airport or, like you said, working at the dentist, because people are kind of miserable when they come in. And nowadays, I mean, it's similar with grocery shopping. We all have that sense of weird dread or just sort of annoyance when you're going in there because, you know, there's going to be lineups and,
Yeah.
you know, kinds of
All
weird
things-
rules, you know.
All things considered, it's a perfect pandemic food. You walk in, you grab a cone, and then you just walk out.
You walk out. That's
And you
right.
can eat that while you walk around, and you don't have to sit down somewhere, maybe close to somebody else on a table.
Yeah,
you're
no.
not sure has been cleaned properly.
Yeah.
It's like it was built for this, Mark.
Like I said, I count myself lucky. I've got lots of friends in the restaurant industry who are struggling with, you know, half capacity patios or rules that just do not fit their space, or, you know, God forbid, landlords who take advantage of certain situations. So I'm a lucky guy. I really am.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, frankly, because that's a good news story in business right now, especially about ice cream, is something I think we could all use. Okay, let's talk some flavors. What do you have? You've got a limited stock right now of selection just because of, you know, keeping it moving and all of these sort of things. What
Yeah.
were some of the ones that made the top list that made it through the pandemic, as it were?
Well, I've tried to be good and please as many people as I can. Even though I have limited spots, I try to rotate my flavors quickly this summer. Instead of making 4 or 5 tubs and having it hang around for a few weeks, I try to have a new menu, or at least a mostly new menu each week, so that I can hit everybody's favorites. Doesn't always happen. But I always have my standbys: burnt marshmallow, pistachio,
Yeah.
dark chocolate gelato, the stuff that you crave and you come out for.
Right. So the real faves are definitely there.
Yeah.
And then everything else is kind of getting cycled through that are, everybody's specialty.
Yeah, and I've tried to
flavor.
do some funky ones. We got Fruit Loops this summer, cookie dough, birthday cake, some of the more indulgent flavors, we call them.
Well, you know what? I think that it's a nice thing that people can have a bit of reliability on the flavors that they loved as well. Because, frankly, if you said to me, "Well, yeah, we didn't put burnt marshmallow in there," yeah. Come on, are you serious? I would have had an emotional reaction to that.
Hey, now's not the time to let people down.
No,
with ice cream flavors.
We really did need you there desperately for this.
I'm getting ice cream flashbacks to when Jessica was pregnant with Luke.
Oh yeah.
I was there every other day buying
yeah.
pints, and our freezer had more ice cream in it from Ed's than anything else.
I might have to make a stop before I head up to the cottage. That seems like a good idea. Because the one thing that we do at the cottage a lot is burn marshmallows. So it's a flavor that people obviously crave. Or maybe that has something to do with my cooking skills. That's not important right now. Listen, as long as we have Mark around, we usually talk a little bit about what's going on in the magazine. You've got a new edition out right now of Etobicoke Lakeshore podcast. Tell us what's going on in that.
Yeah, well, Mark is on the cover of the Etobicoke Lakeshore Press August edition. So thanks for gracing our cover, Mark. It's a pretty cool shot. You just got a very simple, straightforward picture of ice cream that's in focus and your face that is out of focus.
Did I? So you're telling me I didn't make the centerfold either? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh yeah, you didn't make the centerfold. I just put ice cream in the center. That's what people want. They want to see
It's
that.
so true. It's so true.
Where does the staple show up in that ice cream? That's important to me.
Strategic.
It folds out.
That's right. Yeah.
Ooh, that is sexy. That ice cream is good.
It has the same effect. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know it does. I know it has that effect on me. What else is going on in the mag this weekend or this month?
Oh, this month. Well, we put an interesting article in there about the benefits of bartering during a pandemic. We featured Michael Muzzin, who's the president of iTex Barter Canada, and he wrote a really eloquent article about the benefits of barter. So I recommend checking that out.
Well,
and obviously,
he's kind of like he's Canada's expert on bartering, right? Like
he's like the barter king.
Yeah.
He should have a license plate for his truck that says Barter King.
You're funny, aren't you? Aren't you funny? Because guess what? On his truck, that's what he has.
He does? Yeah. There you go. Oh, golly. I've also included a new directory to highlight some of the local businesses to keep pushing this whole concept of support local.
Yeah.
So I've got some craft breweries in there, as well as a food and drink directory near the back of the magazine. And again, Brad Jones, the funeral director at Ridley Funeral Home, has penned another really poignant article. His articles are just so to the point and real. So I recommend you checking out Life's Undertakings. That's the name of his monthly column. And you can get the magazine online at etobicoke-lakeshorepress.com.
All right. Well, listen, before we wrap, and by the way, this is probably one of the shortest shows we've done because it is not easy to interview a guy who just brings joy to everybody's life every day with ice cream. Like, how do you, okay, look, here's some pressing questions. Ice cream people, do you have any idea what you're doing to society? There's no bad angle on the ice cream guy.
No.
But I will recommend that you check out the magazine. And, of course, Ed's Real Scoop. Where can people find you?
They can find me in person, live, at 2370 Lakeshore Boulevard West. I'm usually there. You can also find us on the web, of course, edsrealscoop.com. You can check out our Facebook and Instagram. These days, pre-ordering is all the hype. Yeah. So if you want to email me at mimico.edsrealscoop.com at Gmail, or if you want to email me at realscoopmimico@gmail.com. Go ahead, and you can phone the store as well. It's 416-259-9595. Put in an order. Maybe you want a cake. Maybe you want some pints for your socially distanced party, Yeah, just give me a call.
A cake would be the ideal way when you've got a birthday going on in the middle of summer here. and the kids can't all get together. And
Yeah.
man, a super cake is the way to go.
You know what? We've even had a woman come in who organized a birthday party for her daughter, and she brought pints to everybody's house, and they all got on Zoom and ate the pints together. Like
What
a
an
virtual
amazing
birthday
mom.
party.
What a great idea.
I know. Isn't that nice?
Oh, man, we've definitely got to send out ice cream to all of our friends. Okay, Roger? I'll be number one on your
like
list
that
of
idea.
friends.
You're top of the list.
All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for joining us. This is the ELPod, Etobicoke Lakeshore podcast. We feature all kinds of businesses and wonderful people. Mark is back for a second time. And by the way, thank you very much for being so supportive of the podcast. You'd even sponsor it.
Hey, well, thank you guys.
That's remarkable.
No, thank you guys. You know, I love this kind of thing. I love to talk to the people who I get to see in my store, and I love to let them know what's going on. And man, I just love South Etobicoke, so it's fun to talk about.
Listen, man, we will catch you next time here, Roger. And if you haven't subscribed to the show, please go ahead and do that. You won't regret it. Every week, somebody new to talk to. And we are back at it, full press now after a few weeks of just enjoying summer. Continue to do that, Roger, and we'll catch you next time.
Will do. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mark.
See you, buddy.